Welcome to the Ramblecast. We're going to start a little bit early today. No song because it's just me and Matt.
Just us two. Just
Yeah.
the lonesome trio.
Yeah. Chris is sick and Nick is in Tennessee, I believe.
If he's not in Tennessee, he doesn't want to be found in Tennessee.
Exactly.
He's staying off the grid. So
Yeah, he goes, I can't make it. And that's all
right.
he said. It was a very cryptid note. And we was like going, all right. I was really concerned for like 2 minutes. And I said, okay, it's Nick. That's just who he is. What are you drinking? I saw you drink that.
Oh, it's watermelon seltzer. So
I can't get into those drinks.
The Kroger brand for those that. So you said that I sound nasally, and yet I have this nasal passage in my sinuses that just opened up today, and I was like,
really?
Wow. I was like, whoa! I've never been able to breathe like this. This seems unnatural. So,
well, I've been still doing the teapot thing.
Yeah,
twice a day, once in the morning, once, and it's
making sure that it's boiled.
Boiled. Well, yeah, it's warm. It's really warm water. I mean, I can't do it hot.
Well, I know. Don't boil your brains out. I'm just saying that the water needs to be,
It's warm. I mean, it's not overly hot, but it's warm. I mean, I tried it once really hot, and I was like, oh, that sucks.
What I do is I will get it so that it's like really hot, like to the point of that I know that it's boiled, and then I take it and I put it in the freezer. And I have to set a timer so I don't forget about it.
Okay.
And then it cools it off. So that's one trick that I've done. So
yeah, our water comes out pretty hot anyway. I mean, we have boiling hot water.
Or the teapot. So like the water that we get from like my wife will make tea in the morning, and so then I know, oh, that water's been boiled. So then I'll use that once it's cooled. And then I know everybody wants to know, what are Jack and Matt up to, and what are their Neti pod tricks? How do they keep it so real?
That's really what I'm up to.
This is a really great start.
I felt good for like 3 or 4 days, and then all of a sudden I go, uh-oh, it's coming back.
Yeah,
it's coming back. And then I was like, oh my God, it's like there's no days off.
I feel great, actually.
So you survived your first COVID.
I did.
I should say your first and only COVID.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely the thing that I'd been dreading, and it was real. I wasn't like one of these, I thought for a while I was like a unicorn, like I am the chosen one. I have the trio, like nothing can touch me. Yeah. Nope. So,
I just have everything else but COVID.
I think those people out there are just, it's bullshit. Okay. I think these people that they're like, I've never gotten it. Like look,
I've never gotten it.
I'm just saying your time is coming. You're not completely immune.
And for people just joining us, this is going to be a short show, 30 minutes. I got to leave at 10 to go do.
Yeah, you got to go be with Randy.
Yeah. Well, Randy's here. Well, it's funny. Randy's here because the other day I was looking for something to watch.
Yeah.
And I went to the Peacock, and I said, what movies do they have? And they had this movie called Everest, about Mount Everest. And I'm like, going, I think I remember this movie. Did I ever watch it? It came out in 2015. I'm like, I go, okay, I've never seen it. So I'm watching it. It's pretty fascinating because I always thought I could climb Mount Everest when I was younger.
Yeah.
There's no way I could do it now. And at the end of the movie, and I said, I go, okay, this is just, I won't spoil people. I go, this is just getting a little over the top. I mean, I know it's for dramatics, and it has Jake Gyllenhaal. Was it Jake Gyllenhaal? A bunch of people. One guy didn't even know I didn't know he was British. He's been on all these American TV shows. I go, oh, is he British? Keira Knightley was on it. Robin Penn was on it. James Brolin was on it. So it's got a pretty good cast.
Yeah.
It seems pretty realistic. So I go, yeah, this is just over the top. And at the end, I found out it was a true story.
Oh,
So I felt really bad. I'm like, going, oh, Jesus Christ, can you just tell the story without making it,
is that what your emoji logo thing that you decided to use behind you? Is that what that's about? Your shock
no,
and
because
awe?
I watched, I put this up before. I mean, she's shocked, so I thought I'd put a.
Sure. Sure.
So I don't know if Randy has seen Everest, but it was actually a pretty good movie. But to find out it's true, it's like, oh God, man, crappy way to die.
Well, spoilers. It was Tom Hanks the whole time. Um. So yeah. What else you
What
been
else
doing?
I've been watching grandkids and my grandson. I was almost minus a grandson yesterday. We almost lost one of them. He was close to my computer, and I said, "Hey, dude, watch your feet because I don't want you to kick my computer." And then he purposely kicked my computer off the little ottoman we have onto the floor. I go, and I walked up to him. I go, "You better hope this computer still works. You better hope this computer." That's right. Your son's name's
Yeah.
Everest.
Yeah.
It's a great name. Is that after Paw Patrol or Mount Everest?
The Paw Patrol for sure. Okay. No. Paw Patrol came after.
But
so
I
he
go
was first.
So I said, "You better hope this computer works. Are you mad at me?" I go, "Oh, I'm mad at you." And I pick it up and I go, "All right, it's still working. You're all right." I thought for sure it's gonna be because he kicked it pretty hard.
Yeah.
I said, "Dude, I don't know what your problem is." Now he has a new baby brother, and that could be it. I know he's been acting up a little bit since that. So, but I always said going through threes, terrible twos, horrible threes. I think threes
the
were
triple
always worse than
threes.
twos. Yeah. And I always tell parents when I go, yeah, twos are bad, but threes, they can talk. They know how to use language.
And then the trying teens.
Oh yeah, teens are horrible.
So
I won't be watching these kids when they're in their teens. At least I hope not.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Well,
because I told my wife today, I said, I've done it a lot. I go, God, I'm just done. It's back and forth. I have to drop my wife off at work, pick up my granddaughter, come home, take my granddaughter to school, come home, go pick up my granddaughter from school, come home, and then go pick up my wife, come home. Oh, okay. I won't spoil you, Randy. I will not spoil you on Survivor.
But the ending of Survivor does involve a neti pot. I'm not going to say how.
Yeah, because Sherry says Matt is right about water needing to be purified for your neti pot.
Just make sure that you're not
so
using
should I use
creek
bottled
water.
Should I use bottled water? Or can I use water from the...
I use tap water that's been purified, and then I make sure that it goes through the teapot or some method of being boiled. So that
you're saying it needs to be boiled, and then I just have this little plastic teapot that we bought over the counter that has...
Sure. Well, so I boil it in something else, and then I put it in there to mix it. I know this. Why are we discussing this? Because it's flu and COVID season, and everybody's coming down with it.
It does clean out your sinuses, but again,
if your sinuses are blocked, though, you can completely just get it more in there and get it clogged. So you do have to have the ability for it to kind of pass through in order to help clean it out.
It comes with this like salty stuff.
Yep.
Again, it's like I'm going to it's like I'm at the beach.
It reminds me of when I used to have to gargle with salt water back in the day. Remember, did your parents ever have you do? You had,
cold or something.
Yeah, cold or something. Salt water. Oh my gosh, that was the worst thing. I was probably like a horrible. I was probably a terrible 3-year-old, and I was just like, no, I don't want to do that.
I can remember doing that. Those were the days, my friends.
Okay,
we thought they'd never end.
So horrible things that my mom did. On that note, so you got the salt water rinse, gargling with salt water. Hated that. but she was trying to improve the dexterity of my right hand, and the doctors had her do this trick where you put a bunch of buttons in a sink and fill it with soapy water. Okay. And I could only use my right hand to pull out every single button. Well, at first it was pretty easy, because you could just grab. But then when it got down to it, like the last two, it was so hard. And I remember just, she was just such a ball buster. It's like, no, you're going to get every single button out. I was like, oh.
Well, at least she was trying something.
Yeah, she was. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
No, I know. I mean, she was. So, but it was kind of like like, I don't know. At some point, you're just like, there's only so much I can do.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and
but moms care, and they're trying. I guess my story about mom using it, because back then we had iodine. So if you had a scrape or cut, they'd put that iodine on you, and there was no.
That stuff.
It was like I'd rather have the scrape.
Yeah,
I'd be like, no, I'm fine. No, we gotta put iodine on it. It was like putting a lighter to your arm and or what. I remember I had a bad scrape on my knee one time, and she's like, I go, no, no, mom, no. Kids just don't know today.
I had and then I remember the medicine too, like there was a certain penicillin, and it was like this bubble gum penicillin. It was the worst.
Oh yeah.
It was the worst thing. So and
cough syrup wasn't good.
If you lived through
not that it's great now.
No, but I'm just saying, if you lived through the 70s, I'm talking about that 70s, era. Kids these days in the 80s, even. I mean, they don't know. They don't know.
I mean, when I was a kid,
they could get grape by that time.
Yeah.
You had one flavor.
Yeah. When I was a kid, you had shampoo that if you got in your eyes, it burned the crap. There was this no tears crap. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, it was like, my eyes are burning. My mom would go, you want more? No, stop screaming. My eyes are burning. Then your eyes would be all bright red because
You ever get toothpaste in your eyes? You ever get toothpaste? Yeah. Oh my god, that shit's.
Have you ever swallowed toothpaste?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that gives you heartburn, stomachache. I did that about 6 months ago, and Jay made fun of me.
Oh no, I wouldn't have done it recently. I'm talking about.
I put the I squeezed the toothpaste into my mouth and then brushed my teeth. And I went,
no,
and I swallowed. I went,
oh
god, oh crap. So then Jay made fun of me, but then he went home and he threw up. He threw up that night. See, I said, see?
Wow.
Karma, bitch.
Wow. Don't call it a karma. Yeah.
Better to spit, not swallow. You're right, Randy. It is. That's what I hear.
I was really hoping that the other guys would carry the show tonight, and have so much
me too. But the only thing I think I watched was Everest. I'm rewatching Seinfeld.
Okay.
It's my go-to when I'm feeding the baby. That's my
sure
what I'm doing. I feed I'm already up to season 5. It just started like 2 weeks ago.
So, so my background show still is Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm in season 3 now. So but I've gotten a lot of computer work done, which is great. Really? So to find a good computer show for me, because I can always do more computer work, but I don't want to. I want to actually just get back to making some artwork. Yeah. But I've got this window basically of, tomorrow. Tomorrow is both my wife and my kids are done with school, for the winter break, and so I want to be done, and I don't want to think about my spring classes.
Right.
So I'm trying to get stuff done.
When do you start up again? You said spring,
January 9th. So
is that spring?
Yeah, that'll be the
Indiana?
spring semester. spring semester.
That's spring in Indiana.
Well, they have spring fall semesters basically.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay, well, it starts off cold.
It's finally getting cold here and staying cold. We had the up and down, up and down, up and down, but it's finally getting cold here and staying cold.
Stay cold.
Where at one point we had the little snow icon on Christmas Day.
Ooh,
but it went away.
Oh,
because we had snow once on Christmas Day. It wasn't a lot of snow, but it just was cool to say, hey, it snowed on Christmas Day. And then people I follow on Twitter, were posting a couple days ago, it snowed in San Diego a significant amount.
So many snow babies from that.
55 years ago, and I can still remember my mom said, hey, can we go outside? And she goes, no, it's too cold. I go, and I never went out. I couldn't go out in the snow in San Diego. I had to sit there looking through the window.
Weird.
My friends are out there playing.
That would suck.
Yeah, it sucked.
She'll
She'll deny saying that now.
Sure.
But why wouldn't I want to go outside? I mean, I was only 5, so I couldn't really say anything. I still remember it as clear. I go, oh my God. And I said, okay, at 5, I didn't, how much, I assumed at that point it snows all the time in San Diego.
Oh, I mean, I grew up with my dad having a, tractor and could just make a snow mound for me. And, lots of snow. Snowmobiles growing up. Yeah. My dad had a snowmobile. So lots of and then me, I've been a sledder from way back. I actually got this injury one time.
That's what we hear. Randy said there's 13 inches of snow in central PA today.
Well, I would like snow, but not that much snow. So, but,
if we got 13 inches here, the town would be shut down.
Yeah.
It's just the way we just don't have enough. It's not so much the main roads; it's the back roads.
And yet, you'd still have those, people out there just messing it up.
Yeah,
messing it up for civilization. We just can't be quiet and be cool at home. Got to be out there.
Got to be a jerk,
tearing it up. I don't know what is going on upstairs, but I swear every time I podcast, like the cat and the dog are like, this is it. This is our time.
We got freedom.
Fight. So anyway, I've been afraid to look at like Christmas, if there was a snowflake or not. I just want to live in the illusion that it could still happen and not, just be disappointed.
Do you ever get white Christmases? Or
yeah, I mean, it's been a minute. So, but I do remember the Christmas I started dating my wife and Denise. Like it snowed, and it was a very romantic kind of time. So,
because you had to cuddle.
Well, it's just, I mean, I don't know. There's something magical, even if you're just walking down to the local liquor store, in the middle of the night, and so, well, Randy Meowsers does have his freak on sometimes, and this is the weird thing. Whenever I've been on Jay's show, that's usually when he'll actually kind of appear over here and just kind of like start rolling around. So.
Because he wants attention.
Yeah, he does. So,
our cat's close to being killed.
Oh, you mean like?
No, I'm gonna put him out of my misery.
Oh, okay. I see.
He's just clawing everything up, and it's just like don't send him to Pete out. I would actually kill him. I'm not a hunter. I'm not a killer. I play one on TV, but I was going to say something about snow. Oh, Cindy and I once went for our anniversary up to skiing up in Big Bear, California, and there's tons of snow. And I brought the snow chains and stuff like that. And they had a thing where you could pay the hotel to put the snow chains on. I go, no, I'm not paying the hotel to put the snow chains on. And these chains they're like, you just drive over them. And it was like, with an actual chains, it was
A bear trap.
Like it was something. It was a different. It was different than the heavy chains you see. And I go, no, I can do this. And I'm under this car. And I'm cussing and swearing. She goes, we could. I go, leave me alone. I will fit. And I finally got it.
Yeah,
but I was freezing cold. I was like I was stuck on Everest.
I think every time Cindy, I think it's because she's like, okay, it always seems to work. Every time I come over and he yells at me, that's usually about the time in which he figures it out. So I'm just this will be the time.
And this was before YouTube, so I couldn't go on YouTube and go, oh, okay, I see what I'm doing here. I couldn't get the things to stretch far enough. I go,
yeah,
it's supposed to fit. She goes, maybe you bought the wrong chains. They're not the wrong chains. So anyway, we finally got him, and it was fun though. We had a good.
We got him.
It was a fun. We had a fun time skiing and stuff like that. I think there was a time I went down the Black Diamond Hill, and I went to the. There was two ways to go, left and right. I went left, and I got this giant bowl. It was all ice. So when I quit flying in there, I go falling on my poles are going skis are going both directions. I'm just all the way down to the bottom. I'm like, well, that sucked. But I was like, oh my God, I was dizzy, and it was like I had to go retrieve my stuff. I had to get back, because the one pole's over here. It was rental stuff. I could have just said, hey, fuck it, I never owned my own skis.
Yeah, I mean it just seems like skiing is a dead man's game. I don't know. I'm like, I could ride a motorcycle and be safer, or I could just take my life into my own hands.
I picked it for some reason. I picked it up pretty easy. I don't know if it's because of skating.
I would assume so. Skating, skiing, like they have an ing in them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Getting off the lift was the one I had to. I was.
I can always get off on a lift.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
You know how you get off the lift. Have you never been skiing?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I haven't been in. I think Cindy and I were talking about. We haven't been since, I think, our 15th anniversary or something like that. 10th anniversary. It's been a long. We went up for the day. Like my parents picked up the kids from school.
It's better than night, because night skiing would be terrifying.
Well, it's like when we used to go out to the beach and do night boogie boarding and body surfing, and you're like going, okay, what just hit my foot? What just hit? First, at one time we said, okay, we watched Jaws first,
right,
and then we went out to. There used to be a place in La Jolla Shores where it had a hotel that had lights pointing out to the ocean. Mm-hmm. They only went so far. And you're out there like going, all right, this is freaky, but you didn't want to be one of those people and say, "Oh, I can't do this. I don't want to do it. I'm afraid." I figured I had a good chance. Why would they go after me? I was the smallest person.
What did people in 1974 do when they were in the water? You know what I mean? Because
Jaws.
Because like after that, it's like dun, like that's all you hear when you're out in the middle of the water at night. Yeah. Like you hear that.
Yeah.
What did people hear in 1974?
They had no fear. Well, it was still. The still in play. I think.
Yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon and all of that stuff. But I mean, like cinematically, like
that's a good point. I never thought about that, but I know after 75, it was like, okay, all right.
You cannot not. I mean, like still to this day, like you're at a pond, like you're just hanging out, like in any old place, like that. Those two notes are just synonymous.
I know when we went a few years ago, we went to California. We took the grandkids and Jay and Colleen and my daughters, or one daughter, and there were little sharks in the water, little tiny ones.
Wow. Okay.
I go, okay, where there's little ones, there's bound to be bigger ones. So they come on, Dad, come out, and I go, okay. All right. Because I get there's plenty of ways I'd be okay dying. I don't want to be eaten by a shark.
Right. Like I just imagine you out there with an oar or a hockey stick. Like you just have a hockey stick out there. You're like, come on.
Well, it's like the end of the Warriors. You know, you've seen the movie The Warriors, right?
Yeah, right.
When the rift comes, they're not holding guns or anything like that. They're holding hockey sticks, broomsticks. I'm like going, wait, that's the best you can do. That's how intimidating you guys are. Hockey stick. But yeah, I missed going to the beach because my grandkids gotten all this. We had some sand. I was going to use it for pavers, so I put it in their sandbox. They had sand. It was everywhere. I go, and my wife always says, "Well, you hate the beach." I go, "No." I go, "You always say this. You always say this," and I always try to defend myself. I go, "No, I hated the beach when we had kids because it wasn't." Yeah. I didn't enjoy the day. It was me dragging everything there. And again, I've told the story before. In San Diego, you can't just drive up and park at the beach.
Oh no, you got to hoof it.
Find a place. Yeah, so you gotta find a place 2 miles away, and by the time I get there and get everything, I want to go home.
Right. And then if you drop them off, and then you got to go park and then come back and then get settled in, and then just by then. That's when everybody else is like, I'm hungry. I want this. And then,
I want this. I want that. Can I go potty? And I'm like going, you're in the water. Just pee there. That's gross, Dad. But I go when I was a kid. I loved the beach. I loved going to the beach. It was because it was,
You know what I enjoyed when I was a kid is when we had these really long shows and we didn't have like 7 minutes to go.
Hey, do we have to have a commercial break?
No, we don't. We don't have to have a commercial break.
That's the best part.
But we do need to make sure, and we can keep talking right up until the end. But we need to just get the patrons a good thank you, right?
All right, it's good. And thank everyone who listens to us. This will be our last show, I think, of the year, right? Because
I guess so. Because everybody else is pretty much out, I think.
Yeah. So unless Chris can do one next week, I don't know.
We'll
see.
I'm always around, down to talk clearly. I'm still around.
And Miami Mike messaged you so much.
Well, I was surprised that we didn't even make it a trio with him tonight. That could have worked out, but you got Survivor.
I didn't even think about it. I was
see, Mike. He didn't even think about you.
To be fair, when I found everything out, I had to wrap packages for the grandkids. I didn't have a choice. Now, I'm thinking the whole time. I go, my dad never had to wrap packages. Since when did things change that now I have to help wrap packages? I don't want to sound sexist.
Hashtag me too.
But there's a lot. It's like a lot of things. My dad never had to go to a baby shower. But now I have to go to baby showers because some guy complained about his girlfriend going to a baby shower. But it's just little things that, I didn't have, he didn't have to do that I have to do. But I'm terrible at rapping. I'm just terrible. I mean, but I was like rapping like crazy. I wanted to take a nap because I was exhausted.
Oh, sorry. I'm just imagining. My name's Jack, and I'm here to say that I like making packages in
that's what I did. I go, I'm a rap. My wife said, you're helping me. I go,
you're helping me
too. I go,
I'm helping you.
Do I not take care of them all day long?
All day long. All day.
Anyway.
All day long.
And they're making up their own poopy songs now. My grandson was in the back today. Old MacDonald had a stink. Poopy, poopy doo. And I'm just rolling. Then my granddaughter, we pick her up from school, and they're both singing it. Dun, 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 and I just laugh. I think it's funny. Even though the parents are against it. And I just simply say, I said, well, I know there's other daycares out there. There's plenty of other daycares out there you can take your kids to. You don't like it?
Yeah, I'm just imagining like a cartoon series, because I'm reading a lot about comics, history comics, and comic strips, and so I just see everything as comics now, and so I'm just imagining an entire comic strip based around Jack, called Shitty Grandpa, and how he raises all of his grandchildren to revolt against his own children. And his children are just trapped because they can't take him anywhere else. They just keep breaking him to.
Well, I taught him Scooby Dooby Doo. I was singing a Scooby Doo song, changed it. Scoopy Poopy Doo, you gotta poop. So he was singing that one. Yeah. John, the retired guy, says, I guess we can't get these 30 minutes back, just like you can't get Carlos Rondon back.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Started
too
off
soon?
With nasal drainage, and then
hey, we do what we can. We do what we can here.
We tried to leave politics out of it, but look what happens.
Yeah, we got pulled me back in.
Hey, excited about the World Cup. Can't wait. Not excited that Morocco got kicked out. I was really rooting for those guys. But hey, whatever.
I stopped watching the World Cup when the United States
Messi versus Mbappe. Okay, got it. I'm down. So
yes, I forgot to send you a thank you note, but I got yelled at for eating most of the candy.
Oh, I see what you did.
Jim sent us a box of C's candy, and I'm telling you right now, if you have never had C's candy, best candy in the world. Thank you, Jim. But she got mad.
Jack was literally done.
I'm at home. I'm at home. This is like it's like almost back in the day where there were bonbons. You ever had a bonbon?
Really, we're gonna do this now. You got 1 minute to wrap up this show.
I'm saying bonbon. Have you ever had a bonbon?
Of course you would. You would just pick on one. I've probably, I don't know, a bonbon.
You never. It's a little chocolate thing, vanilla ice cream.
For argument's sake, I've had one, Jack. They're delicious.
Well, I'm just saying, there used to be the joke women would sit home and eat bonbons. Okay,
We'd like to thank everybody that joined us live. Thank you.
I'm sitting home.
Thank you, Survivor, for making this
candy.
Thank you, Chris, for being sick. I hope that you get over it. No, seriously. Thank you to all the sick people out there, including the sickest of us all, Saint Nick, who is with his family, probably getting COVID for the 5th time. Good night. God bless. Happy New Year's. Happy holidays. And
we got to thank our patrons. We thank Eckhart Rickner, Glaffelder, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, and Ed, the creepy poopy letter carrier. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for everyone what you do.
Hey, those 4 are keeping the lights on at the Jay and Jack Productions.
They are. If you know a rich millionaire, if you know Elon Musk, he's got money. Right.
Sure.
There's no reason he couldn't be a patron for $1 million.
He could drop a million.
You know what? I'm gonna send him. I'm gonna tweet him.
All right.
I'm gonna tweet him, see if we can get $1 million from him. Again, if we can't get it, we're not sharing it with the other podcast. just saying. I know what other podcast I'm talking about, but no, it's gonna be split 4 ways, not their way. Is that okay?
I thought it was just going to be you and me because the other 2 aren't here, and we are clearly the only ones.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Produce this show.
We do all the work.
Yeah, pretty much. And you have been keeping the light on with these artwork over here. So
I go. What I do is this is what I do. Seriously, it has a long list. I go. I scroll it down, and I stop it. I go. Nope, don't like that one. Scroll it down. And then I find one I like and I pick it out. I go, I don't know what she's doing, but she's.
Yeah, and the other emoji. Well, can't wait to see you in 2023. So, and Jack?
We might, if we can come back next week with Chris, we'll be back. If not, then according to John, the retired guy, he's like, I don't think I want to come back with just you and Matt.
Well, I'm always around, so you just tell the executive producer.
Maybe I can get Jay to come on.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Right.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Again, I apologize for it being a short show, but we're out. Bye, everybody.
It's a great year. 1 in a million.